And all of a sudden, you've got 70 equity markets that are all sucking in Bitcoin, and they're liquidity tanks for Bitcoin that will never see that Bitcoin on the market again. They're not going to be selling. You'll be selling stock, but they're not going to be selling your Bitcoin. They're going to hold it. So I look at this and think this is actually the catalyst for some of the things that we've talked about previously that really is like the foundations for an exponential growth in Bitcoin. And I look at what's happening with all of these liquidity sinks in Bitcoin. The Bitcoin Treasury companies are a benefit to Bitcoin, not a hindrance to it. And I look at it much the way Bamboo grows. I'm not sure if you're familiar how that stuff works.
A little bit. Not too familiar, though.
What's really odd about Bamboo is it takes a long time for this to incubate. It might take up to 2 years, give or take. Some botanist out there will tell me what the actual numbers are, but relative. It takes 2 years to incubate, and it might grow a foot in 2 years. And then in the space of 6 months, it will grow 10 feet. And I look at that, I think, this is what we're seeing now. These Bitcoin Treasury companies are liquidity sinks that are going to take in and absorb all the available Bitcoin. When that runs out, because we're coming up against absolute digital scarcity, when that runs out, we then see the price shoot vertical over a very short period of time because we know these people aren't selling. Everyone who has sold will sell. And the most important thing is they're not going to be selling. And most importantly, you're going to have liquidity providers, loan products, and the rest of it that will enable you not to sell your Bitcoin, so no one will have to sell it. So you'll then be reliant on what is the available Bitcoin minted on the date of purchase. And that's going to be, I guess, a severe competition from all of the Bitcoin Treasury companies and all of the long-term hodlers and dollar cost averages out there with Bitcoin.